This is day 288. Organizations gravitate towards complexity. I'm not sure where I came across this concept, but it is something that I come back to frequently. The concept is about how humans, if left unchecked, will always make things more complicated than they need to be. This is an important enough consideration to make this my fifth principle out of 10. Principle number 5: human organizations naturally gravitate towards complexity. I studied organizational communications theory in college, and I was exposed to the entire world of theories around human built systems. What seems like a simple concept can develop into a complex combination of human interaction and the systems of procedures and rules to defend a particular culture. I thought this was ridiculous when I first read my first organizational theory book. But after some consideration, I realized it was definitely true that the way we organize ourselves directly impacts how we perform. There are many scholars in systems theory who have spent time evaluating the various structures that humans create and their effectiveness. This can be compared to other natural processes that occur in nature to arrive at conclusions that are true across most, if not all, organic life. For example, the concept of entropy is particularly interesting. In thermodynamics, scientists spend time considering and measuring the amount of disorder or randomness there is in a system. This determines how much energy is wasted and not available to do any work. As an organization grows, there will be a certain amount of inherent entropy. Some systems are more susceptible to entropy than others, but they will have other advantages that might just be worth the cost. This is not the point of the blog, but this is a fascinating concept. And if you look at any system we create, you will notice this phenomenon. In some cases, a certain amount of entropy may be desired in order to slow things down to avoid unnecessary congestion. Next time you're at Disneyland, spend some time evaluating how they are at managing the ever evolving and moving crowds of people throughout the park. Here you will see a marvelous display of purposeful entropy being introduced into a system of humans. However, my principle is based more on the idea that any human organization will naturally evolve into a tangle of bureaucracy if left unchecked. This means that you cannot just let an organization grow by itself. You must alter the structure, prune the organization, tear down some structures to build new ones as the organization evolves. You must strive to keep things simple. As I have learned, striving for simplicity is hard work in organizational leadership. This concept probably originated in a groundbreaking work by Daniel Katz and Robert Kahn called The Social Psychology of Organizations. And this is probably where I got this principle from. I think we must remember this concept at all times. We all participate in meetings, businesses, other organizations with other humans. We're constantly moving in and out of one organization or another. This is not something we are conscious of, but every organization we participate in has some relationship with its environment and has been built to react in a certain way. If we all blindly participate, then we will be unwilling accomplices to create unnecessary complexity. We may willfully contribute to the problem, not knowing this is what humans naturally do. They must consciously think about how to reduce, prune, and simplify their organizations, or they will just mushroom and grow outward, much like mold or a fungus would. Just think about the federal government. Here you have an organization of transient workers who come in and out on a regular cycle based on our political process. There's no incentive whatsoever to do the hard work of simplifying. This system is doomed to build systems on top of systems with every new law, new administrative policy, and new order that is put into place. It has been growing in this manner unchecked for more than 200 years. There's no greater example of this issue than unrestrained and unchecked gravitational pull towards organizational complexity. However, this example is too large for us to grasp. We can instead look at our own organizations, our own businesses, our own families. If you look closely, you will see it. You will see that well-meaning humans do all the time. They will always move towards complexity. They cannot help themselves. This is the way they are being pulled. So it will feel natural to add a layer of complexity to every suggestion and to every proposal. Now that I've pointed this out, you will see it everywhere you go. The real fun question is this: are you guilty as charged? I am. We all are. We all do it. And sometimes the complexity is needed. It's not always bad. However, keeping an eye towards the opportunities to simplify is very important, and it is actually the hard work of participating in an organization. What I've noticed is that the most powerful, disruptive, and beneficial ideas are almost always the ones that reduce complexity in an organization.